Brett told me that he has a rule. He does not go in the air ever, but he will do it for us because he was on the trip with us, and he was not only a passenger, but he was also working the whole 2 weeks. He was with us on 11 days.
Yeah.
So first, I'll ask you, Brett, how did you enjoy the trip?
Oh yeah, no, fantastic, Gerry, fantastic.
And you didn't mind working Sunday that you worked?
I could deal with 2 hours. That's
2 hours.
that's no big
2
deal.
hours.
No problem.
And the rest of the time, did you consume much Guinness or hard? What was your favorite beverage on the tour?
You know, I like that Hop House, which I think that's made by Guinness. Honestly.
What is it called?
Hop House.
I'm not familiar with it.
No, I'm surprised, Gerry.
No, well, I don't touch that stuff anymore.
That's
you know.
good.
You know,
That's good for everyone's well-being on that trip.
yeah. How about you, Jacelyn? What was your favorite beverage? You're going to tell me it was holy water at not. You know. Right?
I would have to say the Guinness in Ireland was much better than the Guinness
Is
here.
it really?
I swear. I had to warm myself up by drinking some Guinnesses before going over because I don't like it that much over here, but that's all I wanted to drink when I was over there.
Really?
There really is a difference.
It's so different.
Mm-hmm.
I was up the hill here Friday and I had a Guinness. No, that does taste slightly different.
Is it?
I don't know how to describe it, but it's different.
Well,
Or
I
it's
do-
just in my head. I don't know.
I do know that the Guinness here has nitrogen injected into it, and that's one of the ways you get the head on it here. But I think they do the same. I think they do the same thing in Ireland because remember, years ago, you don't remember it, but you could never get Guinness to have a head on it many years ago here in America. And then they discovered the nitrogen trick, and it works. Now you can get it. Now you can get a nice foamy head. And in fact, they put a shamrock on it. Some of them do, don't they?
Not the places I go to. But.
Yeah, I've seen that.
But the Sunday morning that we had there, I really enjoyed it because it was nice having all the people around. You could hear the noise in the background. I listened to it on the internet a few days ago, and it was just different than doing it here in the studio. I must tell you, Brett, I was a bit nervous about that starting off because I was out of my little studio here, which you're so used to, the comfort zone. But after about an hour and a half, I think I had settled down and I was ready for another 2 hours.
That's right. That's right.
But we did get Jacelyn. She was a little bit shy about coming on, and she was worried that she wouldn't sound good, and she sounded great.
Fantastic.
Did you listen? You didn't listen to it, did you?
I don't want to listen to myself.
She doesn't want to hear
I'm pretty sure I stuttered the whole time though.
No, I don't think so.
No, you didn't. But tell our listeners, in case somebody didn't hear it that Sunday, you spent some time in Cork when you were real young.
Yes, my dad's job took us there. So when I was, 5, 6, 7 years old, I went to school in Douglas, which is in Cork. Made my first communion there. It was a good time. I remember some of it.
Yeah, and it was a nice thing. When we were going through Cork, you left the tour for a little while and you went back to where you spent some time, you and Brett and a few of the gang, right?
Julie, that's right. The three of us.
Brett was a good driver, by the way. We only lost one review.
Only lost one mirror, and it's no big
Side
deal.
mirror.
I found it. I put it back on. No one knows. Till now, thank you.
Okay. The rental car company, they have a habit of catching up to you, though. That's the trouble.
That's why I got that full coverage.
Oh, smart.
I
Real
got
smart.
that full coverage.
But Jacelyn, could you remember any of the things from when you were there many years ago?
Yeah, I remember making my first communion. I remember some things about school. I remember my family taking us to the Blarney Castle. I guess I don't remember everything, but
you took a picture, didn't you? You found the house, right?
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool. We went to one of the houses that we lived in, and the guy who lives there was out front. So I told him I'm not trying to be creepy, but I used to live in this house, and he was very nice. He talked to us for a little bit.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The house looks better now. There's more shrubs.
And I saw a picture you took, or you had from before, right?
Yeah, there's a before and after of that. There's also a before and after of the church that I made my first communion, and then a before and after of when we went to Bunratty, like in the village. That was pretty cool.
And I took a before and after of the rental car too, but that was for a different reason.
Right. That's right. Well, you were the insurance. You did the smart thing.
I did.
Oh,
That's
my
right.
gosh. They don't even look at it. When you have the insurance, they don't even bother looking at the car.
No. The car is covered in
Yeah.
bird duty. Honestly.
Well, you got value out of it. All right, it is 10.
Brett.
Oh, okay. Well,
Terrible
you can get,
start.
You know, you can get a few of us too. I know we're not very photogenic like you people are, but
I'm on it.
Go on, Jim.
all right,
Go on.
you can get us out there too. We don't mind, and make sure you get a picture of the sign, all the great stuff, you know, pictures with. We're going to really make this thing
Yeah.
professional.
That's right.
we're working on it, Brett. Hey, Brett, do you remember when we were in the city of Derry? You remember the walls?
Yes.
You remember? Wasn't that a very impressive sight?
That was.
I put a picture on Facebook this morning of one of the cannons,
Yeah.
big cannons, and then I don't know if he said it or not, the tour guide, but those cannons have been there since 1690.
They look pretty old.
They do.
Yeah.
But I got a great picture of the whole group from the bus standing in front of the cannon. And I put a little caption on there, "Don't light that fuse." So, but it's very, very historic. Imagine going back to the year 1690, and you could drive a truck along those walls.
That's right.
How did you get a chance to meet the tour guide that we had? I think you were off for dinner somewhere that evening.
No. The
Chinese Irish guy.
Asian
He was
Irish
funny.
Irishman. I don't
Wasn't
know what
he?
you call
He
it.
was hilarious.
He's a Buddhist.
He's a Buddhist.
Yeah, and I got some nice recordings of him doing the tour around the city.
He did quite well. He's on the BBC sometimes.
That's right. I met him about 10 years ago. He had a full head of hair then. But he always makes jokes about when people see him first, how different he is. He speaks with the Irish accent, and then, of course, you look at him, and his mother was Chinese, and nobody says his mother was Chinese, and his father was Irish.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. But very impressive tour guide, isn't he?
Absolutely.
That's great. 10:51. Give us a call. 216 was pretty wild when we left Derry. Wasn't that a great area? I got some nice pictures of you guys standing close to the ocean. Remember that?
It was beautiful.
Yeah, you don't remember.
I don't know.
No, tell me innocent the night before. That's it.
I don't think I got off the bus. I think I was still sleeping on it.
But Jacelyn did, and Julie, you, because we got some good pictures. You standing right close, almost falling over the edge. Oh, speaking of falling over the edge, she is a picture. She is a picture at the Cliffs of Moher, where they tell you do not stand on that.
And that's exactly what we did.
Exactly.
With a 700-foot drop, do not stand in it. Guess what? Herself here takes a picture of her shoes hanging over the edge.
Yeah, don't tell me I can't do something, because I'll probably do it.
The truth to it is I started that, and then they all slowly copied me. And some of them.
Oh yeah.
It was just me.
No, that's not.
Julie wouldn't even come to the edge.
That's not how
Oh,
it
yeah.
went. I scooted over to the edge very carefully.
It is scary though.
It is.
Yeah.
I tell you what I didn't know is that there are a lot of people die at the Cliffs of Moher every year. I never knew that. I was talking to the bus driver about it, and he said, "Yeah, it's a great place if you want to commit suicide."
Yeah.
There's a hotline everywhere. It's for if you're depressed to call. It's like a suicide prevention there because a lot of people end their life there.
Yeah, but if they try to make it too safe, then it loses the uniqueness of really what it is.
Exactly. I agree.
So they can't do it.
No.
It is one of the great stops though in Ireland, isn't it?
It's a must see when you go there.
It's a must see. And we were talking about it last Sunday, and I know you were sleeping. You weren't listening to this program last Sunday, but
She was studying.
There was an article. JC and I discussed it last week. There was an article in the newspaper that a lot of the places that they insinuated that if you take a bus tour, you don't see any of the important places in Ireland.
Not true.
That you have. No, it's not true. Not true at all. I think we cover a lot of the great spots.
Yeah.
And they mentioned that you probably wouldn't see the Book of Kells, that you wouldn't see St. Patrick's Cathedral, which is included in just about every one of the CIE tours. CIE is one of the best tour companies that you'll ever find anywhere in the world. They're the best.
Jerry,
This?
I thought Sunday was my day off, but I guess not when I'm with you, Jerry.
Now when you're here with me, we put everybody to work.
All right, so there will be performances by pipes and drums of the Cleveland Kilty Band at the 92nd Annual Highland Ball, Saturday, May 2nd. For more contact information, call Dorothea Kingsbury at 216-464-1116. Good job.
Now, I want you to tell our listeners what you do.
What
When
I
you're
do.
not, what you do for a living.
I am a physical therapist.
Okay. And Eddie Fitzpatrick is over there holding his back already, saying, "Oh God."
It's more than just massaging, I promise.
Indeed, I know it is. It's a lot, but you work a lot with kids, don't
I
you?
do. I work with infants, so 0 to 3.
And you specialize in that.
I don't have to get a specialty to do it, but I kind of you can kind of branch out anywhere, and I just choose
like
kids. I really love my job.
Okay. How many years did it take you going by the time you started college till you were finished? Was your
Pretty much 7 full years. So
7
4 years of undergrad and then 3 years of grad school to get my doctorate.
It's a great job, and it does a lot of good
Yeah.
good for humanity.
Yep.
Great. See, now that's a wonderful thing. 11:38. Give us a call.